in their respective linebacking cores. It's Derek Johnson going up against Brandon Marshall.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. That's fielded in the end zone, and he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. First carry of the ball game now. It's C.J. Anderson. C.J. Anderson, the 40, past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, 75 yards. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. The first play from scrimmage. Some of these people haven't even taken their seat.
That's what is commonly known as a fast start. That's what my horse racing friends would say. They caught a flyer out of the gate, and guess what? They're in the lead now.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. Gets past one man. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. First carry now for Kareem Hunt. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. They go play action to Hunt. Now Smith. He's going to air one out. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return stops at the 39-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. Now a give. Running right is Anderson. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
On second down, Anderson. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
Lynch now throwing on 3rd. Got a man. He finds Sanders. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Anderson running right. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, it's working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
They'll run for it with Anderson. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. C.J. Anderson with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Broncos will add on to their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Well, before Kansas City takes their next snaps on offense, what's happened to this crew? They've lost 4 of their last 5, and it seems like the electricity is not there anymore.
Well, teams scout you really well, for one thing. And Kansas City put a lot of different things on tape early in the season. So people are getting better prepared and better adjusted. But you also have to look at the schedule. They lost at home to Pittsburgh. All right, Pittsburgh's on an incredible run right now, and they look like a prime Super Bowl contender. Then 4 days later, they're at Oakland, a very desperate Oakland team that had to have that win. And Kansas City was right there where we had 3 untimed plays for Oakland to score and win that game. And then at Dallas, Ezekiel Elliott was playing, all right, ran wild in that ballgame. That's a tough place to go play. And then at New York Giants, that's the one that they're going to really mull about because that's not one that they should let get away.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Now Smith. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense, too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. Unable to connect on the first down pass play. Now it's 2nd down. Throwing again. Smith. Complete. This is Albert Wilson. And heavy contact. He is knocked down hard. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? 3rd and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on 3rd and short, but you've got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. Little motion now from the tight end. They are going for it. It's Smith. Able to find Harris, complete. And able to pick up the first across midfield to the 47. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit. And another 1st down.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in, and picks up the 1st down.
Throw left side complete. That's Harris. And he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there, freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. And how about this? It's the other Brandon Marshall that picks it off. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
pistol. They run with Anderson. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating them up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. Second and 10 now. It's Lynch. He's going to fire one deep over them. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
This is such a good read defensively. They know that this offense is going to try to get the ball to their playmaker in space. So what do? They crowd him and send bodies at him. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Defense really showing respect to the deep ball here, playing off the receivers. They'll start with Hunt on the ground. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last two drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
They'll run again with Hunt. And unable to get downhill there as he'll take this up to about the 37. Only a gain of a couple there. That leaves them needing about 7 here on third down.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
So following the run, we'll see what they do here on third down. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. Throwing on third down, Smith. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Von Miller with a big-time sack on third down. And it'll be a loss of 7. On fourth down on is Dustin Colquitt to kick this away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. This is taken at about the 14. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10. And Denver getting set to take the field. They run the counter now. It's Anderson. And he's going to go backward. They get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Lynch looking to throw on second. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. So the long attempt falls innocently to the ground, and it brings up third.
The best receivers we know always tease their quarterbacks that, hey, no matter what you do, you cannot overthrow me. Well, guess what? That's exactly what happened on that play. Normally, they time it up pretty well, but on that one, he just overshot him.
third down, Lynch. Sanders has it over the middle. And they'll get it all the way out near midfield to the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Getting the call is Anderson running left. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Now Lynch on first down. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's going to get this one down right to the edge of the red zone of the chalk of the 20. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll run it now out of the gun. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there. Second down.
And that's one of the few times they've been able to contain him. He's had a heck of a game, and maybe he's getting a little bit tired from how many times he's carried the ball. But I always think back to what all those old coaches say. The ball's not that heavy. Keep carrying it, kid.
And he can't corral it. Maybe a big missed opportunity there defensively in the end zone. And now third down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Lynch. This is Booker on the dump off. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Call it a gain of 3. And that'll bring up 4th down. Now Brandon McManus for the Bronco field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Denver right after this. And they're going to go soft on the corners. On first down, it's Smith. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who could rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
I know when you got a top tight end like this, you want to get him involved, but when you do, you're hoping for more than that.
You certainly are. You've got to try and get him some space where he can make a play downfield, or at least an opportunity for some rack yardage, right? That run after catch.
And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it. So a 3rd and 8. Throwing again is Smith. He is going to find Hill here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there at 22. Now a first down throw. It's Smith. Catch made right side by Wilson. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Offensively, when you see cover two, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to let this go deep, back over the middle. And this is caught at the 20. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 73 yards. And the Broncos will extend their lead.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Okay, on that incompletion, we can make a pivot here because I wanted to give a hat tip to the Cleveland Browns. They lost last week again. That's not the news. The news is that they didn't commit a penalty. They're the only team in the NFL not to do that this year.
So you're going total silver lining here.
I'm looking for something.
I like that.
Looking for something.
You have a big heart.
Yeah.
A lot of empathy there. It's hard to believe, though. When you lay that out, coaches talk all the time, right? No penalties, guys. Show discipline, and we'll be a good football team. They have no penalties and still can't get over the hump and get a win.
Yeah, they were in that game against the Jags, just fell a little bit short. Now, Kansas City first. Smith fighting his fellow Pro Bowler Kelsey. On 1st and 10, Smith. Out to the right here to Wilson. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. So here we go, 1st and 10 now. Again, Smith. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Will Parks. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Really nice starting field position here for the offensive unit. After the interception, here's Lynch. And Green with a catch left side. And he's going to be out of bounds down inside the 20. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. And the next snap coming inside the red zone here. On first down, it's Lynch. And able to get this down inside the 15 to either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 5, and it'll be second down. And that extra yardage makes this upcoming field goal attempt much more manageable.
Agreed, because when you talk to defensive coordinators, they always tell us the 35-yard line on our side of the field, that's the line we guard the most aggressively, because once they get there, they believe they're in field goal range.
And McManus able to put it through. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there, because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution? Or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. And he got a little aggressive too early.
And he did, wanting that quick takeoff as the ball was snapped, but I think sometimes those big guys on offense, they're pretty cagey too, right? They make those little sudden moves or those little subtle moves that get you to jump.
A shotgun snap for Smith. And to the left side here, Wilson. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of 1, and it's a second down. They go play action to Hunt. Now Smith. On target over the middle to Hill. A Kansas City first down. Smith finding Hill that time. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now a play fake here on first down. Forced out to his left. Caught, Kelsey, left side. The 20. And he's going to be taken down deep into Bronco territory. And that one results in 35 yards.
Not a stat we talk about often with tight ends, but Travis Kelsey, he can move it after the catch. 3rd overall in the NFL in yards after catch last season.
Behind 2 running backs, Le'Veon Bell and David Johnson.
Strength and a little bit of niftiness in Travis Kelsey's game.
Here's Smith. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. To the air again, Smith. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by the free safety, Darian Stewart. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. Well, hey, let's shift gears for a second. Did you see Dre Kirkpatrick's 100-yard interception return not for a touchdown last week?
It doesn't make sense, does it? I mean, it's a 100-yard field. How does he get 100 yards and not score? What happened?
Picked it off in the end zone, couldn't take it all the way back to the other end zone. By the way, that 100-yard interception without it being a touchdown, longest in NFL history to not score.
But they did eventually score, right? Didn't he fumble somewhere along the way?
Yeah.
Picked up his own fumble, gets to about the one, end up scoring. It happened in Denver. So I'm just going to tell you.
Oh, I know where you're going.
The altitude got him.
Altitude got
him.
Oh, poor Dre Kirkpatrick. Great return, though.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and into the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. So the offense has it 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Lynch. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. So that gives us a quick second here, Charles. Did you see last Thursday night the camera angle that they used for a majority of the Steelers-Titans game?
I did, and it had been advertised ahead of time to tune in and check it out. They're going to do the game from that perspective, you know, most of it. And it was a curiosity for a lot of people. I also heard a lot of people who liked it, able to see the way the plays developed. You give more of a view of maybe the line play, things of that nature. And others, they're still saying, I still like the old school view, but I really think we're going to see more and more of that because you do see more of the field.
Yeah, and everyone was calling it the Madden cam because it would kind of look like you were playing a game of Madden.
And rightly so, because that's exactly what it is, the Madden cam.
He was trying to get it to Benny Fowler that time, and it's 3rd down.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake anyone free. They try their best to find someone open, but they took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
On 3rd down, Lynch. And that will be incomplete as well.
Well, sometimes you just have to take things into your own hands, don't you? I mean, the offense is really struggling in this game. They're the ones keeping things going. They have to continue to play at that level.
Here's Riley Dixon now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. This is taken at the 23. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football. 1st and 10. And the Chiefs now getting set to go. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you've got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that'll bring up 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Smith. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Will Parks. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it. But it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times.
Back 99 Philly, here we go. Back 99 Philly, here we go. All right, now look at me.
And they're definitely showing blitz here.
Hurry up, here we go.
They give it to Anderson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Hurry up, here we go. Green 39. Green 39. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Leopard. Check 4. Over. Here we go now. Blue. Over.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. I got it.
On second down, Lynch. Green with a catch left side. There goes Green. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Virgil Green, 71 yards. And the Broncos continue to pour it on. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call, but he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Shane Ray leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. On second down, here's Smith. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now it's Smith off the bootleg, trying to lay one up deep. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now. Another drive comes and goes, still nothing on the scoreboard.
Yeah, and when the second half comes, you know, it's real easy to get discouraged and wonder if you're ever going to get things started. You just got to fight through it. Got to keep pounding away.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Denver getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good. So they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And it's caught inside the 25. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. They give him a gain of 38. Welcome back now to Denver. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Fresh set of downs here.
No. Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! All right, here we go. 3-19!
And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Double tight.
All right, here we go.
Defense showing blitz.
Three down.
Gun!
He's coming.
A fake to Anderson. Now it's Lynch. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Tamahali in from his linebacker's spot. He's able to drop him for a loss of about 10. Lynch now, work to do, certainly after that sack. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Lynch. Eluding the pressure. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Benny Logan in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up 4th and long. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. So it's 3 more points, and that widens things out even further here in the 4th.
Hey, in this league, you can never have too much. So if you're in range, grab the 3 whenever you can.
This is taken about 7 yards deep. Oh, able to avoid him. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. And now here comes Kansas City. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Out of the gun, Smith. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Sherman, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense, because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Smith on 1st down. It's Kelsey on the grab. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now, because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now, they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. Smith now off the bootleg. And this is going to be intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Fourth quarter, 2-minute warning about to hit, and it looks like they're going to get one more play in.
Be interesting to see what they try and do on this play. Do they try and take a shot, or do they just try and get to the 2-minute warning?
And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go. Here we go.
Oh, Lynch going to throw. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. To throw is Lynch. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Trying to get it to Thomas, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety here, Ron Parker. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. After the interception, here's Smith. And that's incomplete.
So this is what happens when you throw interceptions, that confident veneer that you have gets chipped away a little bit. Maybe a little bit gun-shy throwing it around.
Yeah, underthrowing him there, and you're right. Those interceptions may be in the back of his mind. Smith with a give to Hunt. Open space inside the 10. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. First and goal here from the 9. Now Smith. And that is caught. Well, they're going to see this one to the end. They get a score, but pretty much an exercise in futility right now. Still down big. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me. Oh, look at this. A flip to the kicker. He's going to try to run for it. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
They praying for the end of times. Everybody hoping they could be the one. I was born to run. I was born for this.